What are you thinking about, Thomas?
Please don't. Please don't talk to me.
Why? Will it put you off? Look, I can tell you don't want to do this. Why not just let me go now? Forget it ever happened.
If only it were that simple.
It is. Just let me go.
I can't.
Why not?
It's a long story. Stacey, something I need to tell you. You don't have to worry about a thing. You have been a saint for the last 26 years. God is going to accept you with open arms, unlike me.
Please don't. Please.
I only hope that you find it in your heart to forgive me someday.
Let me go now and all will be forgiven.
Sometimes, Stacey, I find it easier to just accept the inevitable.
You don't have to do this.
I have no choice. Why do you call yourself Jack?
Why asking stupid questions, Thomas? And you already know the answer.
I know I do, but I like the sound of your voice as you say it. Makes it seem that much more interesting.
You know what? That nostalgia's really got to you, hasn't it?
Indeed it has.
I go by the name of Jack because it's simple and easy to remember. You never give your real name, do you? I mean, it makes people more frightened.
Indeed it does. Hello, Howard. Finally, we meet.
I figured you'd find me, eventually.
Do you know who I am?
Thomas Sark, born the 7th of July, 1990. Good young, but very good. Your name is feared amongst the assassins of the Hitman world.
I see you've done your research.
Oh, I've studied you and studied you. I know everything about you.
Well, in that case, do you know why it is that I'm here?
Well, I would say at a guess that you're here to kill me.
And you can accept that?
I can accept the inevitability of it, yes. You know who I am.
You're an urban myth on these streets. You're the devil of the Hitman world. But today, the devil dies. Do you remember when you first met me, Jack?
Of course I do. You're an angry, snotty-nosed little kid running away from a foster home.
I always hated that place.
Yeah. An angry, misguided little boy.
And then you came along, and you made me.
Yeah, all I did was guide you down the right path.
There was a few bumps and scrapes, but I got there eventually.
Always bumps and scrapes, Thomas. We get used to it. We learn how to handle it.
Don't I know it? For the past 18 months, you've been blackmailing me. But that stopped. Now.
And just when it started to get fun.
You created my own personal nightmare, and you trapped me inside of it.
Since when did you hate breaking the 6 commandments?
Oh, I don't. I love it. But what I don't love is the idea of being trapped. You've been suffocating me with my past.
Genius, eh? Blackmailing a hitman to become my own personal servant.
You made me kill people that didn't deserve to die.
And that's the beauty of it. I can make you do anything I want. I own you.
You're wrong. Not anymore. You can't trap me any longer.
Wait. Have you forgotten what is happening here? Have you forgot about the footage?
Oh, that. Well, that's gone. You see, Mr. Daniels, I bet you've done this plenty of times in the past. And all the time you have, you've never had to deal with someone who outsmarted you, someone who bested you.
I bet you feel pretty confident right now, then, eh?
Oh, I'm getting there. I can feel the air slowly coming back into my lungs, giving me life once again.
So what's he going to do? Make me feel my own pain and my own suffering?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Daniels. You see, we're going to play a game. You may know it. It's called Russian Roulette. Ready?
Do you remember all those lessons you taught me?
Are you still feeling nostalgic, Thomas?
I'm just glad it's all over, if I'm honest.
Lesson number 1. Patience is everything.
The key to my success.
Yeah. Once you have them in place, you must devise your strategy wisely.
Follow them, know them, get in their head.
Yeah. And once you have them in place, take your time.
Savor the moment.
Make every second last.
The longer you wait, the more satisfying the final moment is.
And don't forget the other lesson. No unnecessary violence. The more you hurt them, the more fingerprints you leave behind.
The more mistakes you make.
The moment you start making mistakes is the moment you get caught.
I'm glad you saved me, Jack.
Bulletin. You ready to play?
You do know that there is a 50% chance that I could just walk away from this.
Well, I figure that's a whole part of the game, Mr. Daniels. You have played this before, haven't you?
And I thought you felt trapped. And yet, you're willing to put your own life on the line.
Precisely. You see, here's the thing. We've both killed in the past. We're both sinners. One of us today is going to walk out of here free. And the other is going to have the chance to make friends with the devil himself. Now, do you remember the first person you made me kill?
Stacy Ryan.
She only just got engaged to her fiancé. She was supposed to get married. He was meant to start a new life. But you took that away from her. Can you feel the excitement, Chad?
I didn't take Stacy's life away from her. You did.
But you forced me to. You're the one behind it all. Don't you understand that?
I am not the one that who held a trigger to her head and put a bullet in her brain. You are.
Your turn. Can you feel the adrenaline yet, Daniels?
You can blame me for all of you want. But I am not to blame. You are.
All because of you. You trapped me in a corner. If you poke a bear enough times, eventually it starts to fight back. You scared yet?
Are you going to admit I am not to blame? You are.
I may have pressed those triggers, but you're the reason behind it all. You're the puppet master in this. You started this whole thing. And now I'm going to end it all.
Oh, and by the way, Summers, I forgot to mention. I've got another target for you.
Who?
Matthew Ryan.
Stacey's older brother.
Yeah. You sure you can do it?
Why not? Matthew Ryan is a sinner. And sinners are specially reserved for death himself.
And you sure you won't let your emotions get in the way? Especially with what happened to Stacey?
That's all in the past now.
So how do you feel about what happened to her?
If I could go back in the past and change things, I would. But sadly, Jack, we live in a harsh reality. What's happened's happened. It's time to move on.
Fourth chamber. You ready, Howard?
Are you going to hit me?
What?
Are you going to hit me? Are you going to put me through some pain?
Do you want me to?
I can tell that you want to. I held you trapped for 18 months in a box. Does that not make you feel hungry?
I'm not going to hit you, Howard.
Why?
Because I think you would enjoy it. I think you'd get more pleasure of it than I would. I can't have that.
Do you remember Andrew Banks?
Not now, Howard.
The only mistake that you ever really made.
It's not gonna work.
His poor daughter. His poor sister. And his whore of a wife.
That's enough!
Such a nerve, did I?
Shut up!
Or what? Are you going to shoot me?
Let's find out.
Ah, you were right. I can feel the pulse now.
Since when did you come alive?
I always wake up when I feel that I got one foot in God's door.
Wrong level, Howard. Hell is down.
And what makes you think that I deserve to be thrown into hell?
Because you're a killer.
Wrong. Have you checked my file? Because if you had, you'd find that I've never committed such a sin.
Oh, please. You're a natural born killer, Howard. It's in your blood.
No, that's you. I am just a maestro that has been controlling you. You see, I'm going to God's house, because that's where all the good boys play. And you belong in hell with the killers. Does that bother you?
Why should it?
Oh, come on, Sorkin. It's pretty obvious that you blame me for all those innocent lives that you've taken. And you really want to believe that I've killed in the past so you can act like some sort of superhero? Stacey Ryan's life was destroyed because of you. Andrew Banks's life was also destroyed because of you. How does that make you feel now, pretty boy?
Do you remember when you were mentoring me about killing and you told me about the feeling?
Of course.
The final moment where everything finally comes together.
Adrenaline rushes through your body, excitement runs through your veins.
It's an addiction.
Things about addictions, Thomas. You have to learn to keep them under control.
Otherwise, they defeat you. You know the bit I love? I love the moment where you've got the gun to their head, and then they look at you with eyes filled with such fear and mercy.
A million memories and thoughts running through their brain at once.
And they accept their fate. They have to. They've nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And you're in direct control. You feel like God himself.
It's how I killed Stacy Ryan. I figured we'd let karma catch up with you.
Even though it was you who pressed the trigger.
But you forced me to.
But you enjoyed it.
She was innocent!
But you still enjoyed it.
Oh, I can't wait for the devil to meet you.
You mean God?
God doesn't accept sinners.
So how will you get in?
You trap me in a corner. I'm sure God will understand.
Do you know who won't get into heaven? Andrew Banks's sister.
Don't.
God doesn't accept horse.
Quiet!
Tell me something. Because I am curious. What was she like in the sack?
What did you just say?
You heard me.
Repeat it.
Oh, I know what you did, Sorkin. I know.
You know nothing!
I know everything.
Quiet!
Do you know why you won't get into heaven? Because God, He doesn't accept no rapist. Finally do it again! And again! And again! Okay, short anger! So, how do you feel now?
No more talking. I've waited 18 months of hell for this.
Just so you know, while you're treading with the devil, I will be walking through heaven's gates.
No, you won't.
Well, I guess you'll never find out. Hey?
You know what, Howard? I don't care anymore. You can't trap me any longer.
So how are you feeling, Thomas?
Free.